What's up, and welcome to day 8 of our beginner yoga challenge. Today we're focusing on the lower half of our bodies. So grab a blanket for your knees if you're sensitive there, and grab 2 blocks or maybe a tall book, something that's stable enough to hold you and support your weight. Alright, so we're going to get started today on our back with our feet together and our knees open. You can take your blocks outside of your hips to support the knees falling open. If you're a little tighter, this is your option. If you're more open, you don't have to have the blocks. You can just have your knees falling free. Bring your hands down by your sides. Tuck your chin slightly towards your chest. Let's take a few breaths here. So notice where you're at physically today in your body. How do you feel? Become aware of the environment around you. What's the temperature of the air? Of the floor you're touching. And then take a slow inhale through your nose. Find a pause at the top. And a slow exhale out. Inhale, fill up the nose. And exhale. Good, now bring your feet nice and wide and knock your knees together in towards each other. Big breath in. This time, ha on your exhale. Like you're fogging a window. Breathe in. Good. Inhale. Close your lips and make that ha sound. One more time. Continue breathing like this. Bring your knees into your chest. On the exhale, split them apart and circle them. You can do this without your hands if you'd like to. Just let your knees move freely. Big breath in. Exhale, transition other direction. Breathe in. And breathe out. And then a happy baby, grab the outer edges of your feet, your ankles or your shins, and just find some movement side to side here. So play with your lower back. And then a gentle rock up to seated. You can also roll to one side and press yourself up slowly. Just taking your time. Move your feet over to one side and then transition to a tabletop position. So come to your hands and your knees. All right, from here, I want you to move your hips to the right. Look over your left shoulder. And then move your hips to the left. Do the opposite. Look over your right shoulder. And squeeze the ribs on the left. Look over the left shoulder. Squeeze the ribs on the right. Move the hips to the left. Go one more time, trying to find your tail. And then pause at center. Make sure your index fingers are parallel to each other and your wrists are right underneath your shoulders. Inhale, dip your belly down, look up towards the sky. And on the exhale, press your belly as high as you can. Drop your head. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Think scared cat. Good. Inhale. Exhale. All right. Now I want you to shift forward past your fingertips. Lean, press into your wrists And then exhale, pull the hips back, get off of the wrists. Good, press into the hands, lift away from the wrists, and then move the hips back. Good, so you're lifting, lifting, lifting when you lean forward. A couple more times. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Good. From here, climb onto your right fingertips for a moment. Just tent the hand. Press into your fingertips. Lift your right shoulder. And then bring the palm flat. Turn the fingers in to center. And then turn your fingers back to face your knees. Good. Bring your right hand back to neutral. Tent the left fingertips. Pressing into that lift on the left side. Hand to neutral, then fingers face in, press. Turn the fingers into the knees. Fingers back to neutral. Now turn your fingers to the sides. We're just warming up our wrists. Press nice and tall on your upper body. And then lean to the right, lean to the left. Keep pressing into those fingertips. Good. Fingers face your knees now. And just hold this here. Okay, turn your fingers back to center. Your hands should be nice and warm. Tuck your toes and lift your hips up and back to our first down dog. Just bending your knees, gentle movement here to start. You can always turn your fingers out a little bit more if you need. And bending in your knees will help release your hamstrings. Good. Keep the movement in the legs. One more breath. And then start to come to stillness, but keep those knees bent if you need it. Neutral spine, wrapping your triceps down towards the ground, biceps rotating forward, external rotation. Good, one more breath in. And then you're gonna slowly shift forward again to a tabletop position. Take a child's pose. Pull your hips back to your heels, reach your arms out and in front of you, stretch. Turn your wrists upside down, so palms face up. Breathe here. Good. Bring your palms back down. We're going to shift forward. Take your hips to downward facing dog. All right, take your right foot and step it through your hands. Slowly drop your left knee down to the floor. You can take your blocks underneath your hands if you need to help you get up. And then we're going to lift our torsos up. I want you to keep your left toes tucked for now. Breathe. Good, so your right knee is over your ankle or over your foot. Try not to go past the toes. What you don't want is your right heel off the floor. Good, keep reaching through your outer arms. Pinkies are wrapping towards each other. One more breath. All right, what I want you to do is bring your hands down to blocks or to books, something to help support you if you need it. Take your left foot behind you, just turning your left hip open, right? So working on abduction. And then you're gonna lift your torso so that your shoulders stack over your hips. Nice, right knee is opening up towards the right side. Reach your arms out nice and wide. So your left rib cage is trying to open more so towards the left, and the belly is drawing in to support that action. Good, breathe. And then you look towards your right fingertips if you want to, or you can look straight ahead, that's okay. Good, so firing up that right inner thigh, squeeze it open, press that right hip underneath you. One more breath. And then bring your right hand down to a block inside of your right foot. Reach your left arm now up towards the sky. Hold this for a couple rounds of breath. Good, one more inhale. And then slowly bring your left hand down. Take your left foot so it's in line with your knee. And then take your left hand to the blocks. Take your right arm now up towards the sky. Good, one more inhale. And then bring your right hand down. Take your right leg straight back. Hips pull back. Try to stay neutral in your hips. So that means moving your left hip forward and squeezing those inner thighs together like they're magnetized. And then I like to press my right heel down. You'll feel more of an engagement. You can keep your right knee bent here. You don't want to press your kneecap down. Instead, you're pressing your hamstring forward. And then very gently walk your hands forward. Take your right foot and you're going to step it back into a tabletop position. And then I want you to take that right leg and just extend it straight. Toes to the floor, press the heel back. Woo, a lot of work there. Good, now we're going to keep our hands rooted where they are. I want you to lift your right leg to the height of your hip. Draw your belly in so you create a neutral spine. Try not to round too much here. It's nice and neutral. Keep breathing through the heat. One more breath. And then bring the knees nice and wide. Pull your hips back. Child's pose. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good, one more inhale. And exhale. Good, shift forward into tabletop. Tuck your toes, lift your hips to a downward facing dog. Good, so we'll take the left side now. I want you to take your left foot. You can grab the foot to help you. Drive the foot forward. Drop your right knee down. This one is a little more sensitive for me, so I like to take my mat, fold it up halfway in from the edge, and bring my knee onto that padded side. Good, keep your toes tucked for now, and just lift your arms up and overhead. If you need help from blocks, find it. Breathe. Slow breath out. Magnetize those inner thighs. Breathe in. Soften your shoulders away from your ears. Exhale. One more breath. And then bring your hands down to help you transition. I want you to bring your right foot out. Keep your knee where it is. So you feel your right hip just open up. And then you take your arms nice and wide, coming into what's a supported warrior two. Good, so you're trying to get those right ribs to open up so that your rib cage and hips are stacked. Then pulling that left knee, inner thigh open. You can bring your left hand to your knee and press into that hand to feel that left butt cheek turn on. That's what you're looking for. And then breathe here. Look over your left middle finger. Good. Help your right foot by pressing into the shin, into the knee. Good, and then I want you to bring your left hand to a block inside of your left foot and take your right arm up towards the sky. So now you're getting a little more weight over that front leg, getting into that left hip a little deeper. Now if you want to play here, press your elbow into your knee, knee into the elbow. And then press your knee away from your elbow. Good, take a big breath. And then slowly bring your right hand down. Start to turn your right toes so they face forward. You can pick up your knee to help you. And we're going to straighten that leg so we get a nice relief for all that work that it just did. Nice. Flex those left toes. Press the heel down slightly. Pull your left butt cheek back. Magnetize your inner thighs. Relax the head, but soften the shoulders away from the ears. Enjoy your left leg. Breathe in and breathe out. One more time. Breathe in. Hi, baby. Breathe out. All right, very gently, I want you to shift forward, walk your hands forward, take your left leg into a tabletop, and then we're going to extend our left leg straight back. Draw the belly in, flex the toes. Good. Breathe in. Keep your right hip pulling back. Breathe out. Left pinky toe faces the floor. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more time. Child's pose. Knees wide, hips back. Stretch the arms. Good. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. All right, we're going to shift forward into a tabletop position. And I want you to tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back, downward dog. Now walk your feet up towards your hands at the front of the mat. Hook onto your big toes if you can. Maybe you just grab opposite elbows, bend your knees, whatever. Maybe you grab your shins. Take an inhale, halfway lift your chest. Neutralize your spine, squeeze your inner thighs. Hold it here. Good. Pressing your feet out and your inner thighs together so there's this big activity here for your legs. One more breath. And then exhale, forward fold. Good. Roll up to standing, nice and slow. And palms face forward. All right, let's just play with a little bit of balance. We'll do a little bit of core work using our legs, and then we'll stretch. So I want you to lift your right foot up off of the floor. Kick the foot forward just slightly. Good, and then this time I want you to bring your right knee into your chest, hands by the sides, or you can start to reach them up, make it a little more difficult. So just holding the knee in our chest, feeling that left leg. You're gonna feel your ankle wobble, and if you fall, good. That means you're learning. That means your ankle is recognizing new action. So it's okay. Maybe your foot's here. That's as high as you get it. That's okay too. Breathe into it. Slow breath out. One more time. And then slowly bring your right foot, hover, and release. Arms by the side. Good. Shake it out. You did it. You survived the first side. All right? Now take your left foot. You're going to lift. Just hover for a moment. And then you start to take your knee into your chest. If you want to, organically my arms just rise, so you can lift your arms up, or they can be by the side. But try not to grab onto the knee. If you fall, so be it. And you can even, if you want to play with the block, bring it in front of you, bring your toes to the block, and then balance taking it off of the block or not. Just be careful here. I don't want you to fall and hurt yourself. Right? Something you can do. Or one more breath. Hover first. Don't just set it down. You might have a dog underneath you. And then release the toes to the floor. Really good. All right, so now we're going to move on to our back. I'll face this way. Hi, honey. And Billy's going to join us for the workout. So we're going to lift our legs up. So this can start off by having your hands behind you. Fingers face your butt cheeks. Hands are about shoulder distance. Elbows stack over your wrists. And support yourself like this. All right, flex your toes. Have your feet hip distance. We're just lifting, squeezing our belly here. All right. Big breaths in. You can always bring your legs down. Take one more breath, and then release. Really good. So now we're gonna roll onto our back. Come here. Whoa. Good girl. And we're gonna take our legs up towards the sky. Thank you. All right, we're gonna take your right hand. I want you to touch your left foot. Left hand touches your right foot. Good. Try to get your hamstrings to extend straight. 3. Nine, 10. Really good. Now reach forward, bring your hands underneath your lower back, and I want you to just extend one of your legs down towards the ground. Flex the toes towards your face, keep the other lifted. Press your lower back down. Breathe. Your knees can be bent, they'll probably look like this. That's okay. And then slowly lift that leg up. And then we'll transition the other leg down. Good. Keep pressing your lower back into the floor. Feel those quads turn on. And lift up. Good. Now take your legs nice and wide. Hold this. Keep reaching through your chest up towards the ceiling. Good. Slowly bring your feet together. Good. Knees together. Knees to chest. Relax. Big breath. All right, let's rock ourselves up to seated. We're going to take your right foot into your inner left thigh. Flex your left toes, nice and strong. And then take your arms up towards the sky. Good. Turn your body so you're facing your left leg. Big breath. And then slowly fold over that left leg. You'll probably grab around the calf area. Now drop your right knee down and keep your heart going forward towards the toes. Slow breaths in, slow breaths out. Let's take an inhale together for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can always sit on a block during any of these restful poses. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Inhale one more time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift yourself up, and we'll switch to legs. Right leg forward, left foot inside. All right, lift your arms up. Press your left foot into the right leg, vice versa. Press your left knee down, and slowly start to fold over your right leg. Good. Try not to bring your shoulders up to your ears, but instead melt them down your back. Spine nice and long. Going for neutral. Breathe in 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Take 2 counts of 5. Inhale. And 5. Exhale. One more. Alright, from here, I want you to bring your legs out in front of you, readjust your inner thighs down, and arms come up, take breath in, and then exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees here a lot if you need it. Sit on a block or 2 blocks if you need it. Breathe wherever you're at. I like moving my arms underneath my calves and then just feeling my calves elongate over time. Dorsal flexion in your feet. Head is in neutral. Shoulders relax. Spine is in flexion. Lift up. You're going to move your hips forward and slowly grab the backs of your knees to bring yourself onto the ground. Take your legs forward and set yourself up for Shavasana or final resting pose. You can always take other options if you want to bring your feet flat and knees knocked together. That's always a good one to rest in neutral. Whatever you choose, I want you to close your eyes. Readjust your lower back, readjust your upper back, readjust your chin towards your chest. And then together we'll take a couple deep breaths. Inhale through your nose. I want you to hold this at the top. Sip in as much as you can. Slowly exhale. Big breath in. Sip. This time, empty out. Relax your jaw. Relax behind your eyes. Relax down your body, softening from the head into the shoulders, the torso, through to the legs and the toes. Allow yourself to rest for 5 minutes, for 10 minutes, for an hour. Stay here as long as you can. Thank you so much for joining me today. I invite you to rest in your Shavasana. And namaste.